Tell me at 9:40 it's time to get off. All right, we're back live. We had some serious technical difficulties. When I started my computer this morning, I got an update for OBS Studio, and I think that just did something to the brain. I did a quick restart. I think we're back in action. Everything's going well. Not sure exactly why it holds this latent period where I'm not looking at you guys, but there we go. Okay. All right, make sure I got good audio. All right, we're back live. We had some serious tech. All right, cool. All right, let's get back into it. What we were talking about was the Jnug chart and how much the gold chart and how much the gold chart looked a lot like Bitcoin's chart. And we were just getting into Bitcoin. And I actually had a hedge trade yesterday that actually could have balanced your losses if you were in Bitcoin. And that's why I don't give up entirely on the stock market. So what I did was we did these levels here earlier. And what we said was,
Daddy, you need a background.
No. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, and what we were saying was, looks like it didn't keep my, this is all my old work. So I did some new work on Bitcoin. This is the USD, but the USDT tether chart, but it's very similar. So if Bitcoin, actually it's not that similar, it's very interesting. You don't have as many crosses as you do here. Oh, we're on the daily, that's why. Okay, back to the 4 hour. Okay, so what we see now on the 4 hours that the 21 is crossing higher moving averages. This is very bearish. We don't want to see that. We do not want to see this white line cross this yellow line. We will be in some trouble. I'll tell you that right now. That'll send us back down into this area here. See this big bottom at 8,200. Alt H is my keyboard. Doesn't want to do it now. That's great. Okay, anyway, these are basically lines of support right here. 8.2. There's another one there at 9.142. And we're hovering here in this 9.4. You could see we could maybe start to consolidate in this region. This could become like a little area where we go in, we dip, we dip, we dip. If we do fall through, so now I'm wondering if they'll, okay, now I'm making the lines. Okay, so when you take the lines off, it doesn't let you make the lines. So now I'm making the lines, but I can't see them. I'm gonna trash my old work. Sometimes it gets annoying. You gotta restart. So we got a line here, we got a line here, boom, boom. So basically all you're doing is you're finding regions of support and resistance, and you're trying to speculate where Bitcoin will fall to and why. And you also want to use some confluence with moving averages, the MACD, the RSI, and there's also the VPVR and other things that you can look at. Now, what do I see happening with Bitcoin right now? Well, let's look at it. It's in a channel. It's in a rising. It's in an uptrend right now. Okay, something like this. If we go to the wicks, and then it's in the channel up here as well, and it's in the bottom of the channel, which I always think is a good time to buy. And it's being held up by this 200-day moving average. See how it went through the yellow, but it didn't kind of kept the price from getting any lower. We do kind of see a head and shoulders forming. Kind of see that shoulder, head, shoulder. That could send us back down as well into this 84, 80. You know, there's a little bit of support right there. We could see ourselves back into the 8,000s. Sad to say, possible. What would you do for Bitcoin right now? I actually wouldn't touch Bitcoin for maybe a day or something. Just see what happens. If it starts bouncing off this trend line and we come back up, you could kind of get in on a bounce off 9,700. You know, see if it comes up and retest 97. That would be a nice place to get back in. Or we could see it fall right through this wedge. There's a chance. Okay, this does have a 68% chance of a break to the downside. It is a rising wedge. So that's up with Bitcoin. It's a red day pretty much for almost every coin. We're slowly seeing some movement though in the altcoins. It's strange. In the last even hour, they're starting to pick up a little bit. Atom up 3%. Band USD up 3.8%. Kava up 3%. Kava took a blow though, all the way back to 80. A lot of these things, like look, Kava was up to 140. I was starting to FOMO, like, wow, man, I won't get these coins any cheaper. And then I guess I will, right? Kava's actually a nice buy right now. It's very oversold. Very interesting. But if Bitcoin takes another dump, it'll take Kava right with it. So, I mean, buying this, you're trending down now on this buy. So, but something to look at. We are very oversold in Kava though, and we're coming up on a MACD bullish cross. This looks like something you may want to scalp. Maybe just like a 4 or 5 hour scalp. You might get between, I don't know, another 3, 4, 5% up to this next resistance. I'm just trying to find something to trade in this area. 7% gain right there if we can get back up to this moving average. We did see this 21 past all the higher moving averages. 21, we have the 50, the 80, the 100, and the 200. So when you have all 5 and you see a lower one cross over the higher one, it's not the best look. It's not a good idea. It's sad. It's sad, and it forbears things to come. Things to come, folks. All right, so that's basically the crypto market. I'm not making any buys right now. I'm not making any plays. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it be for a second. I'm just seeing. I want to see what Bitcoin does. I want to see if it consolidates. I want to see if it drops. I'm not shorting. I'm not longing. I'm just taking it easy today. No trades right now. Sometimes not trading at all is the best trade you can make. What I do want to show you guys is the regular stock market. And I don't really play it, but I play gold and Jnug. Now, gold at 1614. Now, we were going over it before my stream was interrupted due to technical difficulties, which is a shame. But see, it went up here. This is the bull flag. That was basically the target of the bull flag. We made 70% of it. So we went at the beginning of this flag. We got into it at 1378. Went up, down. Popped through the flag. We got all the way to 1550. Here we are on a similar flag right now. Okay, and what I see us is we're breaking out. We did break out of the flag, which is amazing. You can see, boom, right there. Possible retest down to the bottom of this flag, which would be 1596, even the 1589 area. And boom. If we break above this white line here that I'm at 1615 and we keep going up, there's a chance 1615 becomes support, okay? And you're going to see why if I kind of zoom out on gold. See right here, we're in this, it's almost a cup. Right? These are bullish patterns. When things are rounded bottoms are very bullish, folks. I really kind of want to see that in action. I like to show that round. Like that. I mean, that's just textbook. Beautiful. Gold, baby gold, starting to look pretty sweet. I definitely, the momentum is coming. We have the virus. We have the Japan economy is in a recession, basically now. We have the Germany economy is in a recession. So it's put up or shut out time for gold. Basically, it's kind of gold's time. It's gold's time right now, folks. It's gold's time. Gold pumping, 1614. Yeah, accumulate your gold, folks. Accumulate your gold. Wear your gold. Feel that gold. Realize you have the hardest money in the world. Here we have an article. Gold prices are poised to test 1,800. Gold prices have broken out, hitting the multi-year highs versus the U.S. dollar, and have hit fresh all-time highs versus the euro. Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe for the dollar, this is charted well, but for gold and the euro, it's basically the highest it's ever been. And in a lot of countries throughout the world, gold is the highest it's ever been. So the manipulation of the U.S. dollar has kept the gold kind of, in consolidation and in movements, in ratios comparatively to the movement of the U.S. dollar. That's just kind of how we move with petro. But you will see eventually, when they don't know what else to do, a little power is lost. And you could see the U.S. dollar take another fall. And gold will capitalize on that every single time. Yeah, but this was a trade I've been watching for a long time. Let me just break it down for you guys. So we're in the falling wedge. And I thought this was a good accumulation period here in this 50 region. And We broke out slowly though, and then we had this pop, which kind of gave us that. This is the movement I thought we were going to get from 50 to 87, which is a 35% move I have there. And then we started doing the same thing, consolidating for the whole month of January. It got tight into this bilateral triangle, which was going to break up or down depending, 50-50, and we broke out. And we broke out for 32% gains up to 90.2. Let's see what happens when the market opens. 4 more minutes, the market will open, and we'll see what's up with Jnug. But I mean, with gold moving even higher, I think we're going to see Jnug go up into the 9.5, almost pop. There's a chance we even hit 100 today, or we retrace here. What I really want to see is a retest of this 83 region. So I would say if you want to get in and you didn't buy Jnug yet, this would be the place to get in right here. If you're lucky, we could see it come back down to the trend line, and you could get it right here. You know, in a perfect world, right? That's where you want to get in. If not, you end up chasing this. And see, we did pop up here, and we came back to consolidation. So it all depends on what's going on, though. There's a lot riding on gold, and it also depends on the virus. If the virus is getting worse, I hear right now the WHO is going to come out, the World Health Organization, and they're going to say that things are getting better in China. I don't see that, honestly, and I don't believe that. They've been burning bodies left and right, so I don't know about that. But who knows? We will see. Maybe it was contained better than we think. Let's just be hopeful. Let's be hopeful. Red day for crypto, except for these bottom coins here. Atom starting to make some moves. Now, this kind of looks like where gold was too. You can see Atom hit, came down, hit, came down, hit. It's in a rising formation. It's in an uptrend. The trend is your friend until it's not. We're at the bottom of the trend line. We're kind of close to oversold. We're coming out with a MACD run. If Bitcoin can hang out where it's at, Atom may be a trade. This may be the trade of the day. Let's see what we can get if we buy the bottom of the trend line. 44% gains. And we don't have to be greedy. We can even just take some gains here at this moving average. Like, let's say we take gains right here at this moving average. Moving averages are a good place to take some gains. 837. Let's see a Fibonacci retracement, a Fibonacci tool on this, and see what we're looking at. Okay. Boom. Let's get this up in our vision. So this is the golden pocket between the 0.5 and the 618. If we did start a retrace, this is more of a consolidation for me, because a retrace kind of starts like this, and we have lower lows. See, we still have a higher low here, but we do have a lower low now. So we did put in a lower low, but we bounced off the trend line here at 397. That would have been a nice time to accumulate. You would have already been up basically over about exactly 10% on that dip buy. Buy when there's blood in the streets, guys. Not every time, though. I did that recently, and it didn't help. It got worse the next day. So this is coming out of the red MACD. We're forming a little movement in the RSI. Looks like we kind of maybe bouncing here. I don't see any convergence or divergence. But you know what? I'm just looking at Atom. If Bitcoin can play with us, this could be a place where I'd like to get into Atom. I've been basically doing the same coins over and over again. I find it's a lot easier to trade when you know the coin and you're looking at it every single day. Let's look at it on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour too, it's kind of right in that pocket, bouncing. See, look, we bounce here, here, here. This is showing, look, it was very strong resistance here. Now it's holding support. This 390 region is new support. There's a chance this is an SR flip, honestly, and we could hold that. We could hold that support. We do see this 21-day that crossed everything, so that's not healthy. We want to see this curve back up, which it looks like it's doing. This could start a curve. On the 4 hour, not looking as healthy. Looking like we may have some more downside or just consolidation in this area. Good place to maybe buy your first buy. Like if you want to put $1,500 in, you make a $500 buy now on Atom, and then you see what happens. If you go down lower, you double up. And yeah, this is just something interesting. Now, if we start breaking down more, then we're back into basically forming a lower trend. You know, we're forming a new trend, and that's a downward motion trend, and that could happen. What I wanted to show you guys, though, was this Jnug trade was amazing. And it basically, if you lost a little bit of your crypto holdings, Jnug would have made it through. Jnug would have paid you a little bit. Okay, I like to see Jnug red now as the market opens. That's good because I want that retest. I want a little bit of that retest. Let's look at it in the 30-minute. So in the 30-minute, we broke out. And I just want to see us come back into this green box. That would be really my time to get down. Ride this. Where do I see the target? All the way, guys. If we go to the 4 hour, it's harder to see. All the way to 128. I could see this a share. So this is and that would only put gold probably at like 1700, 1750. You could see this make some big moves. Gold went from 13 to 15, and we saw this go from basically 29 all the way to 80. So that's a 4x. So remember, it's 3x shares. So this gives you some good leverage basically if you're trading gold. This ETF right here. See, Nugget did about the same thing. Nugget and gold are very similar, but Nugget didn't break out as hard. It's kind of in that same triangle. This would have been the place to buy Nugget. This would have been the place to buy Nugget. See, when you see a lot of movement in there, and then you catch this bottom area, you draw your green box beforehand. This is how I do it. You draw your little box. You identify the region, and then if it gets back in there, you set some limit orders in there so they buy it, even if you're asleep. You don't know what's going on. Wow, now back to 89. Little bit of movement. People sold it off. They woke up today, said, you know what, that's good. This is good. See what's going on with the Dow. Dow's starting to fall. 50. Tesla Cybertruck orders are piling up. It's potential catalyst for a stock that hardly needs it. Wow. Yeah, if that gets crazy, we could see Tesla moving. Let's just take a look at Tesla. It's kind of hard not to. Honestly, when it back to 700, that would have been a nice buy. You've been up 30% again. So it made its big boom. It retraced back down into the 680, 690 region, even right here. Place to accumulate some Tesla. And even in that small period from there, which was February 6th, so in a 2-week period, you could have gained yourself another 30% on Tesla, 28%. What do I see happening with Tesla? That's why I like crypto 24/7. You don't have all these gaps, right? So I'm deleting my old work. Technically broke out of this triangle. Obviously. The target for that. This is very barbaric. I didn't even close it, but this is our target for that is 10,050. Boom, right there. Still give you some gains if you were to get in today. 15%. We may retrace or bounce off this 21-day moving average, maybe somewhere around here. So maybe in the 800s. But maybe 900. 900 may be that move, you know. I got Tesla at 900 and it went to 2,700. Amazing. I couldn't believe that, but it's very possible. Very possible. Groupon just took a beating. I have a friend in Groupon. It's so oversold though. I feel like I would buy Groupon right now. I know it's crazy, but I mean that's textbook buying right there. The lowest it's ever been. Look, if you bought it right here before, you would let's see if you had bought the last bottom like that. Let's see how much you would have made on Groupon. 40% gains right there, and we're down here again. When's the last time we were down? Right here. Not 40, but 28% gain. So every time had you bought in this stock in this area when it was low, which is it only been a few times, 4 times since 2018. It is doing a horrible thing. It's doing splits, and there's a lot going on. So we'll see. They're saying that the business model doesn't work. They have to restructure it. Maybe too many fundamental issues to touch this, you know, to touch it. So I just wanted to show you that you can trade gold, and it's very similar to trading Bitcoin. You're kind of moving with the same idea, the same momentum. Very similar to like shorting the Dow when you buy gold, in my opinion. I mean, it's not exactly it, but it's close, you know. What's up for XRP? What do we see? Well, it got saved by the 200-day moving average. Look at that. Like, it's like, no, you will not pass go. And then I see some consolidation here. Definitely see consolidation. Look, we bounced, we bounced, we bounced, we bounced. Again, though, if you keep knocking on a door, sometimes you break through the door. Would like to see this hold support here. 26. We did hold it. We bounced off of it. We're back up a little bit into the 27s. It's a shame, though, how many times it breaks over 30 and just comes back down, right? This could be a little handle on this cup, though. We had our nice cup. And, you know, we're still... Let me show you something else that I see. See it on the daily. On the daily, we're in this falling wedge. And we did make a lower low again there. No, we didn't. We're still... See, we're technically still in an uptrend with XRP. It's a small uptrend. I'd like to see it continue. This one right here. We're doing our thing. Come back to the trend line. Maybe buy. 26 looks like it would be the region right here to get in. If you even get into the 25s. But this green box, I would say I would be accumulating XRP. I think eventually we're going to make it off this trend line and out of this wedge. But anything is possible. And we don't know. We can only just look at the charts and play them as we see them. Neo taking a huge hit. Back down to 13. You can see that if you look at it on the grand scale of things, though, that's a nice double bottom right there. Bottom, bottom. That would have been. So you can see like $5, $6. A lot of these coins, you know, if you bought them at the bottom, there was big moves already being made. 100% moves. And it hasn't even been the beginning of a real full-blown bull market. It's been like a half market, right? But there's your double bottom. And there's another double bottom in there. So there's a double bottom inside on the right frame of a double bottom. All depends on what Bitcoin does. So I'm really just staying away from these coins. I'm just checking on the ones I like. Atom, though. I think Atom is I think 429 would be a nice time to buy it. We already went to 520. So, you know. All right, let's get into some of the news. Let's get back to the gold price. See what's happening with gold. So gold is holding at 1615, man. That's very healthy. And I see it going to 1700 an ounce in the short term. Like mid-short term. These guys are saying 1800, ready to go. I see it too. It's definitely on the way. The trending is gold prices are upward and the momentum has turned positive, pointing to higher prices. A breakdown in the U.S. 10-year yield will also generate a tailwind for gold prices. Additionally, if the U.S. dollar stops rising quickly, the current headwind created by the dollar could also buoy gold prices. The price target for gold is the 2020 highs at $17.96. How sweet it is to be loved by gold, right? Over 800 million Bitcoin liquidations occur on top exchanges as price fall to 9,600. The total number of longs wrecked in the last 24 hours has reached hundreds of millions. This has been a result of Bitcoin making an unexpected retracement to drop below 10,000 yet again. I did not think it was time to long Bitcoin. I thought we would just get a consolidation, 10,200, 10,400, and I was trying to play some alts. I got wrecked. Not wrecked like in the idea, but in my mind, I got wrecked. I lost every trade that I placed. To me, that's, you know, and I even took some signal profits trades, and I got and you know, immediately those hit me too. They're saying that XRP is forming a reversal pattern. It's on the verge of major price movement. A 45-year trading recently pointed out that a head and shoulders pattern could be developing on XRP's one-day chart. This technical formation is considered to be one of the most reliable trading reversal patterns. At current, XRP happens. That's not good. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Let me look at that. On the daily, he's saying? On the one-day chart of XRP? Let's give that a look, because this could be bad news for XRP, honestly. Or good news if you want to accumulate it. We look at it on the daily. It's a smaller version, but I see what he's saying. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We would take the top of the shoulder, the top of the head and the neckline here to the neckline, and you'd bring it here. And that would bring XRP back to 20 cents, folks. So be careful. If that plays out, which it does a lot, we could see XRP at 20 cents. It looks like there's more downside here on the MACD as well, especially on the daily. It doesn't look good. I say XRP goes to at least 25 now. unless we have some big Bitcoin move. I didn't see that happening. I thought we were on our way. Everything was moving so fast. It's crazy how quick a moment can change in Bitcoin, man. Venture capitalist Tim Draper bought 1 million ANT tokens to join Aragon's governance structure. Tim Draper, the venture capitalist who won the Silk Road Bitcoin auction, has reportedly bought 1 million ANT tokens worth over 800,000 at press time to join Aragon's governance structure. According to CoinTest, the venture capitalist move was disclosed via a press release and saw him get control of 2.5% of the total supply of ANT tokens. These were initially launched on the Ethereum blockchain and are native tokens of the Aragon project, aiming to build decentralized governments. Just take a look at that on Messeri. Ant. The Aragon network. Okay. Up 10% in the last 24 hours. Maybe that helped his big buy, helped a little bit. 80 cents a share. It's an ERC20 token. What exchanges can you get it on? It's a Bittrex coin, so you can't get anywhere else but Bittrex out in San Francisco, guys. I got kicked out because I'm in New York. They won't let me buy that. There's USD on Bitfinex. I don't trade Bitfinex at all, so I could get it for Bitcoin on Bittrex. It's interesting. Tim Draper bought the U network, something that a lot of people don't talk about or discuss. Let's see here. It's called the U network. It's 3 U's. Something that was kind of under the radar at the beginning of the year. It 10x'd on us. This 0.1 went all the way to 0.9. See, it's 0. It went all the way up in the last 6 months. No, their data is not as good as CoinMarketCap because I was watching it happen, so it did happen. Interesting. But this U network is something that Tim Draper has brought up. Very under the radar. A lot of people, I may be one of the only guys really bringing it up. Something to look at, something to watch. Let's see if I can actually, the U network. Yeah, here we go. It's on Huobi. But if you look at it, recently had a spike, and this was its big pump all the way to 9. I don't know why it's not showing the beginning, but I saw it go from 0.1 all the way to 9 at 10x. You know, at 10x. Like this summer, it was doing it. Yeah. So around the summertime, from August to like September, October, it had a big pump. No one really talked about it at all. I was just really slowly watching it. Pretty interesting. Bitcoin isn't money, but next generation gold. Block One CEO responds to Peter Schiff. So the fake news spread by Bitcoin pumpers is amazing. I acknowledge the past rise in the price of Bitcoin merely to the point out that those gains did not prove my earlier comments about Bitcoin's flaws as money invalid. A pyramid scheme has no place in an investment portfolio. Bitcoin isn't money and never will be. It's the next generation of gold and will overtake it in aggregate value the next 2 decades. Local currencies are made for spending and are tax optimized for it. Do you spend your gold at the supermarket? Your equities? Bloomer has been consistent in his views of Bitcoin. He has previously said that it shares core values with gold as well as supply integrity. Moreover, he also believes that anyone egregiously attacking one in favor of the other is undermining both, while highlighting their own insecurities in regard to their choose favorite. Yeah, so as you can see me, I'm trading gold and Bitcoin. They go hand in hand. Peter Schiff is the reason I buy Bitcoin. So I don't understand, I don't understand why he would be so against it. I think it's because it's taking a lot of his sales of gold. You know, like I would have bought more gold had Bitcoin not been around for sure. And I've bought gold from Peter Schiff before. The last shipment I bought a bunch of silver from him. A lot of the silver was tarnished. Not all of it, but a few coins. And that didn't happen when I purchased from Mike Maloney. They said they would exchange them or whatever. I was like, I don't know. Wasn't that happy about it. I'm not trying to buy silver coins, guys. Here's an ounce of silver right here. 1 ounce of silver. It's a buffalo. This is bullion. 1 troy ounce. 999 fine silver. I put my money where my mouth is. I got my silver. I'm not playing games. Got my gold. I got my silver on. Anyway, Peter Schiff does it again. Bitcoin has been one of the topics that the popular economist Peter Schiff has discussed at large, being one of the most well-known no-coiners, refusing to acknowledge any inherent benefit of the cryptocurrency. He recently stated that while it's not money, Bitcoin can indeed increase in value. To this, he adds that he has acknowledged the past rise in the price of Bitcoin merely to point out that those gains did not prove my earlier comments about Bitcoin's flaws as money invalid. He says that he thinks it's a pyramid scheme. It's kind of sad. I feel bad for him. Here's a very interesting article. The CIA secretly owned crypto AG. Did they secretly create Bitcoin? It was intelligence coup of the century. That's the assessment of the CIA in a classified report obtained earlier this month by an investigation of the Washington Post. Bezos. The Post, or that's the Times, right? The Post made stunning revelations in a report headlined how the CIA used crypto AG encryption devices to spy on countries for decades. Crypto AG was a Swiss encryption company. It made millions of dollars since World War II selling encryption devices. The governments of over 120 countries bought crypto's devices well into the 21st century. But the Washington Post made the stunning revelation early February 2020 that the information security company was secretly owned by the CIA, and the Central Intelligence Agency had built backdoors into the encryption method so it could easily decode messages and spy on foreign governments' most sensitive communications. Governments the world over trusted Crypto AG to encrypt communications for their military, diplomats, and spies. Among Crypto AG's clientele were Iran, military dictatorships in Latin America, so we know everything Iran does. From 1970 forward, most of the world's governments were unwittingly handing the CIA their money and also their secrets. These revelations about the stunning and audacious CIA signals intelligence operation beg the question, did the CIA create cryptocurrency? We still don't know who invented Bitcoin. Its creators remain anonymous to this day. The inventor of Bitcoin published the Bitcoin white paper under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, and they posted to the Bitcoin Talk forum under that moniker. Could Satoshi Nakamoto be the Central Intelligence Agency? There's no conclusive evidence of who Satoshi Nakamoto really is. That remains a mystery to this day as far as the public is concerned. Craig Wright, though. The following evidence that Satoshi Nakamoto might be the CIA is circumstantial, and the conclusion is speculative. But if it's not compelling, this evidence is certainly captivating, and the Crypto AG revelations show how plausible it is that the CIA could have created Bitcoin as part of the monetary coup of the century. Evidence. To begin with, Bitcoin is based on technology created by the NSA, the National Security Association Secure Hashing Algorithm. SHA-256 is a linchpin of Bitcoin core, the software that turns a computer into a Bitcoin node. SHA-256 is one-way hashing function that compresses and encrypts a string of any length into a unique 256-bit signature or hash. The original string cannot be determined from the hash, and it's impossible to guess what SHA-256 output will be for any given input. It's functionally random. You can enter Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address into it and get one hash, then change a single letter and enter it again and get an entirely different hash. None of this proves the CIA created Bitcoin. The NSA published SHA-256 in 2001, so non-CIA coders could have taken it up and used it to make Bitcoin. But after Crypto AG, it does make one wonder if there's some kind of backdoor into SHA-256. Perhaps more incriminating is the meaning of the name Satoshi Nakamoto. In Japanese, Nakamoto means central or middle. Satoshi means enlightened, wise, or intelligent. These are facts. Satoshi Nakamoto means central intelligence. That could be a joke, but it's non-CIA creators, or it could be the CIA's calling card. Really? Nakamoto means central. Satoshi means enlightened, wise, or intelligent. Central intelligence. Satoshi Nakamoto. Huh. That's pretty strange. That's pretty weird. So Norwegian Air may allow customers to pay with crypto. It's pretty cool. And the Kyber network surges after Coinbase listing. So watch for the Kyber network to move. KNCC prices rise. Let's check that out. Let's see what's going on with that.
Daddy, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. She's my little alarm clock. She tells me what I got to do and when I got to do it. My little sweetie pie. So wow, it's moving pretty good despite a red day today. And honestly, this is something you may want to watch because it was in this channel here. To me, it's kind of breaking out of a rising wedge in a way, or I don't know, it's an open. But wow, okay. Definitely something you want to check out, though. The Kyber network at 5,543 Satoshi. Little move there. How the stock market bubble fears could fuel crypto investment. Stocks amid virus fears. Crypto dumps. The current scenario on Wall Street is deceptively bullish in a country where red flags are flashing all over the economic board. Add to that the escalating fears of over the COVID-19 outbreak and the slowing down of Asia economies is a recipe for danger ahead. We believe greater risk is that the impact of the coronavirus on earnings may well be underestimated in current stock prices. Yeah, major U.S. stock indexes have taken the influence outbreak news to their stride, and on Wednesday, the S&P and NASDAQ jumped to record highs. Speculative stocks like electric vehicle maker Tesla and space tourism firm Virgin Galactic Holdings also surged. So far this month, Virgin stock is up 118% this month, while Tesla has gained 41% in February alone. Oppenheimer added that the sustained bear market does not look likely, but a near-term correction is looking much more predictable or probable. Yeah, so gold prices are also hitting 7-year highs as Bitcoin is up 34% this year, despite its $1,000 dump yesterday. Yeah, man, like 10.4 all the way back to 9.3. It was one of the day's 5 biggest dumps for Bitcoin in history. Cardano is having a hard fork, so check out for that. Just make sure that you have it on a wallet. The Dadius wallet may need to be updated. Check with your, if you have it on an exchange. Just something you want to just look into. I believe it's supposed to happen in the next couple days, actually, because they had it predicted for the middle of February. It's an OBFT hard fork. Yeah. All right, folks, we went over gold. We went over the Bitcoin. The markets have opened, so we got to kind of go into that a little bit. The Dow down 20 points. Fluent stock making a big move back to $3. Interesting. It's healthy for this stock. Looks like it's consolidating. It looks like it has a nice bottom pattern here at 254. Kind of was like, look, it couldn't get over that hump here, and now it is. So that was an SR flip. We could see it come back down. If you want to get into Fluent, 250 looks like the place to be. Okay. Weed, something I look at. Breaking down, breaking up. Now it's in this pattern here. It looks like it'll come back down to the trend line, back to 24 if you'd like to get in. Looks like weed will do that. My quick idea. Dash all the way back to 102. I'd like to see it back to 130. Some of these coins are old coins I've known for a long time, and it's sad to see them just get taken a beating like this. And we'll check the price of Bitcoin before we flex out of here. Bitcoin at 9597. Coming back to the bottom of this trend line, but look, holding support here. This could be a head and shoulder pattern, really little one, but nah, I'm not going to. There's that Bart Simpson move, though, man. Look at that. If we look at the candle, it was an open at 10,138. The high 10,156. The low 95.5. Wow. But 9,600. You see Adam. I was looking at Adam at 430. Thought it was kind of time to accumulate in this red zone. Look how much it likes this area. All the way back from December, the beginning of December. It's been just kind of, that's the place to get it. So, yeah. I would look into Adam, but I'm not making a trade today, guys. I'm not in any trades. I'm not talking about a trade, and this is starting to pump now. XTZ, man. Anytime anyone can get a little bit of love, they get into some XTZ. So don't be shy. That's something you want to just hold for a long time. And it's been going up very, very well. Since January 25th, we were at $1.51. We've over 100% since that time. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, crypto